Hello everyone, it's me Bryson P, and since I plan on traveling to Scandinavia next year in 2022, as far as I know, everything is still a go. So since I do plan to be in Norway, Oslo to be specific, on the national holiday, May 17th, I seen a recommendation for Anna Goldman, and I happened to find this video, How to Behave in Norway, 11 Things You Should Never Do, Norwegian Etiquette. And of course, since I plan to be there in Norway for my first time ever, we're going to find out some of the 11 things that I should never do. And hopefully by this point, I've already found out a handful of them, or we will agree or disagree with this. Because this is my first reaction to this channel, of course, like always, make sure that you give them the support and acknowledgement, because it's only right and fair that they get that acknowledgement, right? It's only right and fair. So let's jump right into it and find out how to behave in Norway. I gotta plug these in first. Got them plugged in, let's start.
Hi guys, my name is Anna and welcome to my channel. Usually every single Sunday I'm going hiking, and today, not to feel alone, I'm taking you with me. In this video I'm going to tell you my list of 11 things you should never do in Norway. I have many of you guys from Norway here, so if I'm wrong about something or I'm missing anything, please let me know in the comments down below. Number 1, thinking that Norway is a small country. Guys, you cannot imagine how many people don't understand how large Norway actually is. I've heard many times that some people actually think that to get from Oslo to Bergen takes 2 hours with a car. Let me open you a little secret. To drive from Oslo to Bergen takes 7 hours to drive with no stops.
No stops.
No stops. How common would that be for you? I mean, I'm sure obviously there's a lot of you who drive a lot, just like any other place in the world. There's a lot of people that are on the road constantly and a lot of people that aren't, but you guys have a lot of public transportation, and that's some of the things that you guys tout and are proud of, is the amount of transportation that you have. For me, a 5.5 to 6 hour drive is fairly normal. Like I get off work at 4:30 p.m. and then I'm able to drive for 6 hours to see my dad or to see family, or go back vice versa. Whenever I was living in Arkansas and traveling here to see family, we would do it almost every other weekend. Get off work Friday, drive, get there late, 11 o'clock to some, 11:30 p.m. on Friday night, and then leave at 4 o'clock in the afternoon p.m. on Sunday to get back and go to bed, get up and go back to work on Monday. I mean, that's how it is here. That's a normal drive. But I'm not discarding this at all, because Norway is obviously very long or tall, whichever way you want to perceive it.
Norway has a lot of mountains. It takes so many hours to drive from one place to another. For example, it takes 5 hours to fly from the south part all the way up. No, Norway is a very long country which is stretching from top of Europe all the way to the Arctic Circle. If you start a really large pin in the most south point of Norway and spin the country all around, Norway will reach all the way to Italy. Do you enjoy this video and find it informative? Please let me know about it. I will be happy to see your reaction.
See? Yeah, hey, I'm giving you a like on that. That is something very interesting and did not know.
Second, get too close to anyone, anywhere. After 10 years of living in England, and especially in Italy, I got quite used to people getting really close to you when you speak.
I don't even know the lady and she calling me a son on a beach.
Norwegians are very different. People in Norway appreciate their personal space. They're not being rude, it's just their nature. If you're not sure how close you should go, just watch their body language and don't get any closer if they back away from you.
I mean, that should just be common knowledge that if somebody backs away from you like that, that's pretty universal sign of, hey, you're all up in my space. I have no issue with that. I should have no issue with that whatsoever. I enjoy my personal space. I enjoy my alone time. I enjoy my comfort. I might seem like I'm just this very big go-getter, and I've mentioned before, I'm not exactly that. I enjoy the more quiet things, the slow things, not the slow things, but the slower things in life, I guess. I live in Kentucky. I live in southern Kentucky. We don't have a whole lot. It's not like I'm from a big bustling city of hundreds of thousands of people or anything like that.
Get away from me, boy. Get away. Stay back. Stay back.
I would say half a meter or a meter is quite a safe distance. However, during current situation, I got this message from my colleagues. Keep this in mind. Third, never show up late. It is considered to be rude or to be late for the event or cancel at the last minute. Up to 10 minutes late, it is okay. Norwegians will understand if you let them know in advance that you're going to be late for the event. Oh, I'm so sorry, I got lost while hiking. I will be 7 minutes late. Actually, some Norwegians like when people coming earlier to help them out. Think number 4.
That's what makes me think that we would get along a lot better than I perceive, or maybe you perceive, because here in southern United States, I guess you could call it, that's how a lot of it is. It's not like a lot of the Hollywood or a lot of Los Angeles and New York. It's not like that. It's a lot calmer and a lot more. It's a lot more open and friendly and family oriented than you would think.
Making eye contact all the time for a really long time.
So don't stare.
Norwegians don't like eye contact. They don't necessarily consider it's rude, they just don't know what to do about it and how to react. It doesn't mean that you should avoid it at all, especially when you greet someone. It's normal to look them in the eye. Hi, hi. Hi, hi. But don't look at them for too long. A simple rule here, just make the same long eye contact as they do. I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please give me a reaction. I also consider subscribing to my channel. I will be so happy to have you as a part of my society. Number 5. You cannot underestimate the word Koslig. Koslig.
Sorry if you keep seeing my eyes twitching and doing all this. I wear contacts. I should really put my glasses on, but, well, I'm obviously not.
Means cozy, which is extremely important for Norwegians. Whether it is staying inside next to the fireplace or spending a whole week, it is cozy, which is extremely important. The word Koslig. Koslig means cozy, which is extremely important for
Koslig. I might have just learned a new word, y'all.
Norwegians. Whether it is staying inside next to the fireplace or spending a whole weekend in a cabin, hut. Koslig means for Norwegians to be 100% comfortable and to become really open up to other people. Christmas Eve is the most important day for Norwegians, where everything has to be Koslig and traditions have to be followed. Thing number 6. You can never think that you're better than everybody else. Janteloven is a very important and unwritten law in Norway. It basically says you shouldn't think that you're any better. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't have self-esteem. It just means that just don't be cocky, no matter how professional or how rich you are. Norwegians don't like people who brag. Number 7.
I feel like that should be a basic part of humanity. It should be a basic law of the world. If we all acted like that a lot more, or at least had more empathy for each other, we wouldn't deal with a lot of the issues that we have today, especially here in the United States, or just really all over the world.
7 might sound funny, but it is not funny at all, guys. When you're in Norway, never say that Sweden is better at winter sports.
Ooh.
I'm just making sure that no one can hear me here. No.
The Winter Olympics are coming up in January, aren't they? starting January 18th, if I'm correct. So we're going to find out.
Norwegians and Swedes are
We're going to find out.
bitter rivals when it comes to winter sports, especially.
We're going to find out. Right? I'm sure that we'll find out whenever the Winter Olympics come. We'll see which country does what.
Winter Olympic sports. Swedes even have a theory that Norwegians dope themselves because they win a lot. But if there is the one thing you never do in Norway is to make fun of Olympians here. However, it doesn't mean that you cannot talk about it at all. Just be respectful. Because guys, now I understand after last winter how difficult it is to become such a strong character in terms of winter sports. The training is so painful. And I'm talking about random snowboarding.
I have never, ever been on a snowboard, a set of skis, or anything like that. Ever. I've always wanted to go snowboarding. I've always wanted to go skiing. I've always wanted to learn. I've been scuba diving. I know how to ride a skateboard for the most part and a BMX bike. So I feel like my athleticism would be able to pick up skiing or pick up... Now, not saying that you got to be athletic to scuba dive, but I'm just saying it's just throwing something out there.
Not about professional training for professional Olympic sports. Number 8. Do not ask questions that show that you have no knowledge at all about Norway. It is not a good idea to visit Norway and ask where are there polar bears.
What?
Or if Norway is the capital of Sweden. Believe me guys, this happens a lot. I even had a few...
Hey, how many people go to Italy and ask if... Wait, wow. I was about to say, how many people go to Italy and ask where Rome is? Probably not a lot because that's where Rome is. What I was going to say was how many people go and ask... Go to Greece and ask if that's where Rome is. But apparently my brain has went ahead and switched up that part off where I just immediately have gone to it being in Italy. But that's good. See, that's retention of knowledge through YouTube at its finest.
Few examples without naming names. I told people that currently I live in Norway and they go like, you moved to Sweden. No, I'm living in Norway. It might sound funny, but believe me, first of all, you will feel stupid making statements like this. And secondly, Norwegians and people who currently live here will make fun of it for many years after.
Silly Bridget.
Number 9. Not dressing for the weather and complain about it. As Norwegians saying, there is no such a thing as a bad weather, only bad clothes. Oh no! I told you there is not such a thing as a bad weather, only bad clothes. Actually, Norwegians complain quite a lot about the weather. Go to Bergen and talk to local Norwegians there. They will complain a lot about how often it's raining here. However, Norwegians know exactly how to dress up for the cold weather. If you don't know what to wear in Norway and coming here winter time, watch my previous video. I explained how layers work. If you show up wearing a t-shirt and shirts when it's minus 10 degrees, you should thank yourself. Number 10.
Well, yeah. It gets pretty cold here from time to time, especially in the winter, like January, February. It will get down to 0 degrees Fahrenheit. But for the most part, 30s, the 20s. I mean, like it was 28 degrees Fahrenheit here this morning. Right now, we're going between the 20s in the morning to the 50s in the afternoon. And I'm using Fahrenheit here. I apologize that I have not ingrained Celsius yet. But that'll come eventually. Dressing for layers and being able to dress appropriately. That should be common knowledge as well. But cool.
Think that you can see the northern lights anywhere in Norway all year round.
Correct. You can only see the northern lights or the Arctic sun, polar sun. You can only see those above the Arctic Circle.
People actually think that it's dark in Norway all the time and you can see the northern lights everywhere and all year round.
What?
That is not true! The best time to see the northern light north would be from September until early March. And still there is no guarantees. You can spend 2 weeks up north in Arctic Circle without seeing them because of cloudy weather. So if you really want to be lucky and experience such an event as Northern Light, watch my previous videos. There I'm explaining how to book a proper tour to the Arctic Circle and how to find the right people to show you the Northern Lights. They can even bring you all the way to Finland to make sure that your dream will come true and you will see the Northern Lights. Number 11. Visit only Oslo, the capital of Norway. And actually, in Norwegian, the right way to pronounce the name of the capital is Oslo. Oslo is a great starting point to spend there a few days, to go to the parks, to visit Akerbrygga, to visit Viking Ship Museum.
Be right back. Alright, let's go. Oh, and I know that whenever I come to Norway next year, I'm only going to be going to Oslo and then making my way across and down to Gothenburg. But unfortunately, that's just all I'll be able to really do at that point. However, I will be coming back. We know this by this point. I'm coming back. And whenever I come back, it's going to be going north. It's going to be going to a lot more places to explore for a lot longer. It's going to be different times of the year to really get a whole feel of everything.
Also the opera, but after that my advice, go somewhere else, travel to Bergen. You will see those fascinating Norwegian legendary fjords, or move even up north like to Lofoten or to Tromsø, and you will have a great chance wintertime to see those legendary northern lights, or summertime you will experience midnight sun. It literally, when the sun doesn't go down and it stays daylight 24/7 from the end of May, I believe, until the very beginning of August. Last but not least, my advice before you travel to Norway or to any other country: first, research some information about country. Make sure that you know basic things like the name of the capital or some history about the country you are visiting. Also, just be open-minded. Treat other people with respect, the same way you want to be treated. And
the golden rule, as we were taught, and as I was taught, and as we should all be taught and should have been taught. But I can't tell you because I didn't go to school in other countries or other parts of this country. But the golden rule is, of course, do unto others as you would want done to you. Again, treat people with respect. Just be a human being.
you will be just fine. Thank you so much for watching this video and also having fun with me hiking around. Stay safe, be happy, and I will see you next week. Bye.
Goodbye. And that was our first reaction to Anna Goldman, her video about how to behave in Norway. A lot of those things we could obviously apply to every part of the world and apply to any country that anybody is visiting. We can apply a lot of these things. A lot of it is just being a decent human being and treating people with respect. But ultimately, I think it was a very good video, informative, just on the basic scale to at least get you introduced. I am definitely getting more and more excited because I'm realizing that the time is coming a lot quicker. You know, it's only 6 months away, almost, pretty much 6 months, that I'll be coming to visit there, and the first time ever leaving this country. It's approaching very quick, very, very quick. I can't wait to visit. I really can't wait to visit. And I appreciate all the donations. I think it'll be well worth it in the end. I hope you have a great day, great night, whatever time it is that you see this. It is me, Bryson P. Goodbye.